scared, Sam?
I'm absolutely terrified, Jaretta.
Sam's second vaccine, second dose today, right, Sam?
All right.
This your first shot?
This is the second shot.
This your second? Where's your card at?
I have it right here.
Alrighty, perfect. And left arm or right arm?
Left arm is fine.
I'll be right back.
All right, everybody, goodbye from the old Sam, and we're signing out after 61 years, and here we go to the new Sam. After the reassembly, I'm going to be either A, a werewolf, or B, we're going to reassemble into some kind of a cyborg.
So here we go.
Alright, sir. Little stick, okay?
Okay.
Well done.
Wow, that was fast.
I don't like to dilly-dally in there. In and out, all business. Alright, after that, you're just going to go hang out for 15 minutes in the waiting area.
All right.
We are sitting in the observation area, right, Sam? 15-minute observation after Sam's second dose. How do you feel so far?
I'm feeling like snarling a bit. Oh! The hair is bursting out off of my back, and I feel it growing.
All right, so far so good, guys. So we're gonna wait out the 15 minutes, and then we're gonna go home.
You people are crazy.
All righty, signing off.
Okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I know. I'm down, okay? I'm down. We're calling the cops now.
Yeah.
Calm down, Josh. We're calling the cops, okay?
He fell on the floor. He passed out. He fell on the floor.
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
They're coming now. Just sit down, just stay still.
Please, Lord Jesus.
Don't get in the paramedics' way, okay? You guys
Don't
stay
stay
out of the way.
Make sure he's awake. He's up. Make sure he's awake. He's up. Just keep praying.
Yeah, can you verify the address for me, please?
Make sure he's
They said
awake.
they'll be
He's
able
up.
to
He's
take
good.
you, in there, so if I would have taken you, it would have.
Get in the weapon.
Come on, get back. They need their space.
Daddy went unconscious. Now the ambulance are here.
Yes, he's conscious, but he will be okay.
Daddy.
Go in the house. Go in the house.
You're gonna have to wait.
Jesus.
He's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay. Please, Lord. Jesus, please help. Please help us. Please, Jesus. I got the video recording, but please help us. Calm down. Help him, please, 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 please help him, please. No, come down, Sarah, it's okay, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna be okay. Sarah, it's gonna be okay, Sarah. I love you, Jesus. Please help him. I love you, Daddy. Come down, Sarah.
Do you know what my mask is?
I don't know. Is it in your bag?
Get in the house, guys.
I love you, Daddy. 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 Please, please, please. Please, I love you, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. No, Daddy. Oh, Jesus, please. I love you. Please. Please help us. Please.
I never seen anybody go unconscious like that, and that's why it's screaming so bad when Daddy.
Okay, let's just pray.
He died.
Let's pray. Let's pray right here, Sarah. I think Daddy's in that one.
It's gonna be okay, Joshua, okay?
No. No, Jesus.
Just calm down, okay? Everybody else is calming down. Just calm down. Don't yell that loud, okay?
Hey, Jesus. I like to pray. Now you keep my dad safe. Yeah, when you saw this. Yeah, I love you, Jesus. Please help him. Please. My Jesus. Please keep my dad safe after he got this vaccine. Stupid vaccine. Oh my gosh, why? Please.
Oh, Jesus, please!
Please don't let him go.
Okay. It's okay, Charlie. Calm down. Calm down. It's okay. Please.
Whatever easiest for you, just some stickers.
I got it.
Please.
It's okay. It's okay.
No.
Please, I ask you.
Yeah, please, Lord Jesus. Jesus, please, Lord.
I'm sorry.
Please, they can save him.
Jesus.
Please let them save him.
Please, Lord Jesus, please. Please.
Okay?
Joshua, you need to stay here with me, alright?
You okay?
No, call him Money and Jamal.
Call him.
Call him Money and Jamal.
Get in the house. Make smart decisions, alright? Just calm down. Charlie, I need you to calm down, please. Because, hopefully.
You're going it.
Huh?
Are you going
Yeah,
it?
so please, just pray, alright? Pray to the Lord.
Wait. I need to get something in the car.
Joshua, it doesn't matter. Whatever's in the car, it does not matter right now.
I just
Just
think
pray.
God, that thing, please go here.
Hopefully, Lord Jesus, please. Jamal. Daddy just passed out before the ambulance are here. I don't know what's going on. Ambulance are here because Daddy passed out. Calm down.
He passed out. Come on. Daddy passed out.
Come on, Joshua, just calm down. He's right there. They're right over there with the ambulance. The ambulance.
Is he okay?
Yeah, I hope so.
Now the ambulance.
Is he awake now?
Yes, he's conscious, but I don't know what's gonna happen. Let me talk. Jamal. He like lost complete response. I don't know how to. He's conscious now. The medics are taking him now.
Mommy, is he okay?
He'll be okay. Go in the house. Go in the house. Is he gonna be okay? Mama.
What are you over there? What do you need?
His phone and wallet.
Let me get my daughter. Let me get the phone. It's okay. All right. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. Charlie, trust me. Please, Lord Jesus. I don't know if everything's gonna be okay, but I pray to God. All right? Pray to God. You just gotta stay calm, all right? I've been trying to stay calm, but I don't know. Keep myself together, but I have to stay calm for you guys. So does mommy. So does Jordan, all right? You guys have to be okay. You guys have to be calm, all right? Let's pray to God. Lord.
holding me up yesterday. You did a good job. Being there. Love you guys. I miss you all. I miss you so much. Come on, Josh. Let's go get a shower.
Yeah, let's get in the shower. Let me see your shirt.
Let's go.
Look at that. Look at the blood. Oh my gosh.
Why is blood there?
Because they pulled my IV out and I didn't know it was out, and it was like just dripping all over my shirt.
What's IV? Is that gonna be staying forever now?
That
Yeah, it's
hose.
not gonna
You
come
know how
out.
they have a bag hanging there with dripping,
The IV fluids.
and the tube that comes down to your here? Well, the connector came off and it started dripping.
Okay,
The blood
so
started dripping out of my body onto my shirt.
so pretty much
Nobody knew it.
the doctor said, as well as the cardiologist said, that it looks like it was vasovagal syncope that was likely associated with the second COVID dose that he took.
What's a sticky?
Yeah, I think that's sticky stuff.
Do you want me to help you take that off, Sam?
Yeah, I'll take
All
it
right,
off in
let me
the
help you
shower.
take it off.
We gave Katie a hug off camera so we could reveal her, what do you call it, busted look?
Glad you're home.
Glad to be home.
Miss you and I love you.
I love you too.
I didn't expect that day to turn out like how it did.
Yeah, it was a pretty scary experience, right?
I never saw somebody knocked out like that before. I never saw a person knocked out before. I was really, really scared.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go get in the
Sure, it was terrifying for you guys.
It's very pale.
Yeah, very pale. Sam just got home from the hospital today. Yesterday was a very scary experience for all of us. Sam got his second dose of the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine. Hours after the second dose of the COVID vaccine, he had a vasovagal syncope episode. The vasovagal syncope is pretty much a fainting episode. So he was in the hospital, and they kept him there for observation and did several tests. Hours after taking the vaccine, Sam started complaining of what? What did you have, Sam? What were your symptoms?
I had chills. I had shaking. Had like tremors, like. And what was the other thing? Body aches.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very much like flu-like symptoms without the fever.
Okay.
If I was, I mean, I thought I would be running a fever with the chills and the shaking. You know, but I wasn't. So
Right.
I had to get covered up in the bed in order to stay, you know, for the chills to stop.
Okay. So pretty much he was experiencing the flu-like symptoms.
Right.
And then for whatever reason, he started complaining about chest pain. I asked him if he wanted to go to the hospital. He said no, he was just experiencing some indigestion. Not shortly after that, he came downstairs and decided he was going to take himself to the hospital. And of course, I jumped up because I wasn't going to let him drive himself to the hospital. And I said, no, I'll drive you, Sam. So as we were getting in the car, he was complaining that he needed air to give him control over his window on the passenger side so that he can get some air. And I suppose that wasn't enough for him because he started opening the door to get air. And as soon as he opened the door and stood up, he passed out.
And that, at first, he was turning a lot of different colors.
Well, what color did he turn?
Like it was purple, blue, and then yellow, and then pure white. His lips were pure white. His face was pure white.
Okay, so he turned really pale then.
It's really pale.
Mm-hmm.
Before he fell and collapsed, he was like shaking a little, like swaying back and forth, and then he just collapsed. But he would have hit his head if the car door wasn't there, because his head was falling after he fell to the ground, and it was going down to the side, and then the door held it up.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, when he collapsed, he looked very pale.
The first time he collapsed, it was a big scene outside. Everybody started screaming.
Well, I thought he was dead, and yeah.
I didn't think he was dead. I thought he was dying, though. I thought he was dead, so I started crying.
Mm-hmm. And there was a really big commotion out there. Everybody, I'm telling you, everybody, the kids, the 3 kids, I had the 3 little kids I was taking with me to take him to the hospital. But so when they saw that, they all started screaming and they were panicking. In fact, I didn't want Sam to hit his head on the ground, so I was trying to multitask. I was supporting his head with one hand, and with the other hand, I was calling 911, and I was trying to calm the kids down at the same time. His Jordan here and his Purcell, they were in the house, and I needed help. I needed help to support the weight of Sam. So I told the little 3 ones, Sarah, Charlie, and Joshua, go inside, go and get help. Tell Jordan and Purcell I need help. But they were panicking, so nobody was really listening to me. How did you guys come out?
I was sitting on the couch plugging my phone in, and Purcell was like standing up here, and then we just heard a lot of screaming.
Okay, so you heard the commotion outside.
Yeah, so I ran to the garage because I thought you guys went through the garage, and Purcell ran to the front door, and then I saw the garage door was closed, and I didn't think I would have enough time to open it, so I ran to the front door, and before I even stepped out, Purcell said, he screamed at me, he said, like, call 911. I was like, okay, so I ran back to over here where my phone was. I got my phone, I called 911, and then I ran back out, and then I just see them screaming and stuff, so I tried to tell them to calm down and try to figure out what happened.
Somehow Sam had come to, so I told you to help me to lift him up so that he could sit back in the car. So we got him up and we had him seated in the car, and the next thing you know,
he fainted again.
He fainted and he passed out again.
It was
right?
creepy.
It was what?
Creepy.
It was creepy. It was pretty scary. Everybody was crying.
I had to calm the kids down before anything, before like they get in the way or anything, because they were crazy. Like they were going crazy. So I had to calm the kids down.
Yeah. So there was something important that somebody started, and to try and calm everybody down. What was that? Who started that? Was that you, Jordan? What did you do, Jordan?
Oh well, after he fainted again, I saw Purcell. I guess Purcell started freaking out. He like ran down the block. Down the sidewalk. And then I looked behind me to see what everyone was doing, and they were screaming, crying, and I see Purcell like down there. I was like, what? And then I said, all right, everybody come here. So I was calling everyone, because I tried to calm them down. And then when I was trying to hold you up, I tried to calm them down too. So I got them all, and I got them like in a little huddle. And then I started praying for them.
Right.
And then what's called,
yeah. I thought that was awesome. When I looked up, I saw you guys in a huddle, and everybody was in the huddle. All the little kids were in the huddle. All the kids were in the huddle praying. Katie wasn't here. Katie was at work. So Katie wasn't here. And of course, Imani and Jamal, they don't live here. So they weren't here at all. But Jamal did come to take me to, because I was really in no condition of driving. In fact, I'm surprised that I didn't panic. Only God was holding me up at that moment, because I was trying to calm you guys down, at the same time hold Sam up and speak to the dispatcher, who I had to stay on the line with the dispatcher the entire time until the EMS got there. So once EMS got there, they did of course, their little workup with the EKG, and was checked his vitals. And what were your vitals at that time, Sam?
My blood pressure was real low, and my heart rate was 30.
Your heart rate dropped down to 30?
30 beats per minute. So.
I looked up if what is the bad low for the heart rate, and they said that 40 to 30 is bad, and that's death, they said. But
right,
and his was 30,
right,
the lower one.
Right, so he's pretty close to, his rate was very, very low, very dangerous, dangerously low.
Yeah. I looked it up. It said 40 was. There's something about 40 was almost. 40 was most likely dead, something like that.
Right. Right. So anyways, he's still going to have some more tests done tomorrow, an echo and a stress test. We decided to go ahead and check him out of the hospital since everything else looked fine. His EKG was fine. Once they did the observation at the hospital, he stayed there overnight. The EKG checked out okay. The CT scan, the x-rays, and the other labs also checked out fine. His troponin also checked out fine as well, and you know that would give indications as to what's going on with his heart. And they had to do that like every 6 hours. They took 3 troponin labs, and all 3 of them were negative. They wanted to keep him another night, but based on the fact that the vitals were good and the other tests looked fine, we decided to have him discharged and follow up with the cardiologist on an outpatient basis, where they will do an echo to check the valves and the muscles of his heart. They will also likely run a stress test, but those are things that we can follow up on an outpatient basis. They said it was likely vasovagal syncope, which pretty much, like I said earlier,
It's a mouthful.
it is, isn't it? It's like a tongue twister.
Considering it's
Vasovagal.
English too.
Right, vasovagal syncope, which is an episode pretty much of fainting. And also they're saying that it was probably likely due to the vaccine. Turns out that syncope is a known side effect to vaccines. And not just the COVID-19 vaccine, but any vaccine, in fact. So we're just grateful to God that Sam's still with us and that he didn't die, because I thought he was dying. And it was really a really frightening experience, especially the kids having to witness it, and you know, all of the commotion that was going on at the time, and me trying to keep the kids calm and speak to the 911 dispatcher and deal with everything and hold Sam up at the same time to protect him from hitting his head. And you know, you look like a ghost, Sam. I know you don't realize what you look like, but it was quite scary. I've never seen anybody turn pale like that. It was very frightening. And in your lips,
we were told that I should have laid down and elevated my feet.
Right, and bring your feet up to heart level, but we didn't know that. So
he looked very scary because he had his eyes open while he fainted.
Oh yeah.
And I was right in front of him, so it looked scary. And he was very white too, like a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's scary.
Yeah. All right, so.
But he could have died. But the only thing that kept him alive was Jesus.
That's right. Absolutely. Jesus kept them alive. Absolutely. Good point, Charlie. Good point.
It was a scary situation. I'm glad he's alive.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jesus.
Thank you, Jesus. That's right.
God, that daddy's on and thank you, Jesus.
That was a scary thing to happen, but I just thank God that he is still here.
Thank you, Jesus, that he made it through. Thank you for listening to our prayers and for it to be in your will. And we're all happy he's home.
And Ham Fam, we're just sharing our experience with you after the second dose of the Pfizer vaccine, and we're not saying any of this to scare anybody. Syncope is caused by a lot of things and not just vaccines, right?
It's normal. If it happens, just be careful.
So I'm not going to go into all of the medical. Sam, you sleeping?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You're tired.
Oh yeah, don't do that. You scare me. Yeah, I'm not going to go into all of the medical definition of a vasovagal syncope. But you guys can research it online if you want. So, but pretty much it is a fainting episode. We're not sure if it was actually the vaccine that caused it, or the doctor said likely it was a syncope due to the vaccine. So, and not that the vaccine actually causes the syncope, but you know, the anxiety and stuff like that from taking it may agitated or trigger an episode like that. So Sam does not have a history of syncope, but he did obviously have a episode after taking the vaccines. So, Sam, are you okay?
I'm sleepy.
He's sleepy. So we're gonna let Sam to get some rest because he's obviously tired. We just got back from the hospital, so I'm sure it was an exhausting ordeal for him. I'm sure he didn't sleep well there at the hospital last night. So we're gonna let him go ahead and take a nap. I just want to make it clear, we are not trying to convince anybody to get a vaccine. So, you know, please don't come in the comments and come at us about being GMO'd into vegetables or fruit, or turning into a robot, or the mark of the beast, microchipped, being sheep-like, or anything like that. You make the best decision for yourselves and for your families. And if you choose not to get the vaccine, then that's your personal choice. This was just a decision that we made for ourselves and for our family and for our community. The fact that we got vaccinated, there are going to be people who don't have to get vaccinated. If we have enough people like me, we are making a contribution, not just for ourselves, not just for our family, but for our community. So you have to have a certain number of people who's willing to do that, and it to help for the safety of everybody, for our world. And again, it's not to convince anybody to get a vaccine. So we just want you guys to make an informed decision, and be safe out there.
There was a lot of chest pain. There was pain in my right shoulder blade. I thought maybe it was a heart attack. I didn't know what was happening. And acids weren't doing anything for me. So I knew at that point I need to get to the hospital and find out what it is, what's going on. So, of course, the first thing that they heard was, the chest pain, and they wanted to explore all the possibilities there. And so far, so good on that for the heart. And let's just hope that the, echocardiogram and the stress tests are all good. So that's what I'm looking at doing as an outpatient. Pills, sweating, fainting, whatever other crap that I went through, going to the ER. And then when I was in the hospital, they were like, would you be willing to take a flu vaccine and a pneumonia vaccine? I said, no.
They wanted you to take more vaccines to pass out more.
I laughed at the nurse when she asked me that. Thanks to everybody that helped me here and got me up over to the hospital. I know the ambulance showed up, and Jordan was holding me up, kept me from falling and hitting the floor. So, all right, all you guys, I love you.
And yeah, and Jamal too. Jamal actually picked me up to take me to the hospital because really I was in no condition of driving. Right. And then Imani came by and took me to get food for the kids, and everybody pretty much did their part to help out. So
everybody pitched in.
Alrighty. All right. So let's close the video, guys.
Thanks for watching.
Give this video a thumbs up.
Comment down below.
The bell? I don't know which side it is. Where's the bell, Jordan?
There.
I don't know how you.
The bell's down here. Okay.
Yeah, the bell's right next to the subscribe
Hit
button.
the bell.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell for notifications. Everybody together. Bye, Ham Fam.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.